was like the fastest gun in the West routine. You know, you look handy, I'm going to test myself against you.
The Bentley Bar Massacre, there's a bit of folklore in that one. 4 broken jaws, a fractured skull, lacerated faces, missing teeth, cut foreheads, cut eyebrows. I think there's a broken arm in there somewhere. That's why it was called the Bentley Bar Massacre, man.
Rick Temperi has been charged 32 times, including 15 assault police occasioning grievous bodily harm, with not one conviction. This is just one of those stories.
Rick winds up in the centre with a circle of bouncers and other people around him.
That's when he started, just hitting people that wanted to hit him, and he was knocking them out and breaking jaws, and losing teeth, and even if he hit someone in the arm, he'd break their fucking arm.
They're all attacking him, and he's just putting them down, one after the other, after the other. So when the police come, he's standing up, and then there's a line of bodies around him.
There was one guy that was, fighting for his life.
Life began for Rick Temperi in Rome, Italy, born in 1967. The Temperis migrated to Australia 3 years later. Rick's passion for boxing was evident at an early age. Success would soon follow.
My early memories of Rick Temperi was a young, determined, strong kid who walked in the gym, but he was immediately infectious.
He was always a very tough, durable kid that possessed a very good punch.
In Rick's case, he was really into it all the time. You tell him to do something, he'd do it, bum, 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 bum. And he progressed on to become Australian amateur boxing champion.
Rick Temperi's success inside the ring is unparalleled. However, it is outside the ring that has perhaps provided the most challenging of all obstacles. There is a more sinister side. Welcome to boxing's double jeopardy.
When you go out and people know you as a fighter, they want to fight you.
Being a known surfer, we don't really get picked on. People don't come to you to fight you. You can just imagine how being a boxer you're going to get. You're in the line of fire, aren't you?
Because they're fighters, they stand out. But if Tom, Dick and Harry gets into trouble, they don't say anything about it. Because he's a so-and-so, his name's are mentioned.
The more famous the fighter, the more chances of people are going to target him.
Jack, Tom, Billy, Frankie and Lommy, so-and-so and so-and-so are doing every day of the week, they don't notice them.
There are some known boxers that definitely get targeted by the public.
I'm sure that 9 times out of 10 that it's only happening because I'm just frank.
Only because they're in the public eye. Same as any sportsman are in the public eye.
I think once you become a sports person, you are praying for public perception.
Yeah, they shot my house and done all that stuff, but what can you do about it?
Some people get jealous of them, they want to think, they're a better fighter than they are, and they haven't been a better fighter.
The Bentley Bar Massacre. Mate, I've heard stories about the Bentley Bar Massacre. It sounds wild. That happened, I was there. It happened to me.
Quite often he's been put in situations where he really is fighting for his life. There have been incidents where up to 5, 6 people have been having a go at him all at the same time.
There's 6 problems, you knock one out, you got one less problem. You knock 3 blokes out, you're 50% better off than you were 3 seconds ago.
And then the police come along and they jump him as well.
He said he was just hitting on target.
He hits hard.
Everyone that hit me, I hit them straight back.
He could have killed people in these incidents.
He's just overcome with, for fear. And once your fear kicks in, you just, that's what happened. That's what happened that night. Call it what you want, that's what happened. One guy defended himself.
15 grievous bodily harm charges of self-defence for every one of them.
He could go to jail for it.
The judge's exact words were, one man did all this.
He really believed, that he was going to get killed.
I was out with world champion boxer Jeff Harney, was world champion at the time, and he went home. Next thing you know, I'm getting dragged out the door by a bloke around the neck. There's two blokes outside punching him in the head and that.
When you're getting held down on the ground by security guards and by doormen and security guards, and the doorman comes up to you and kicks you in the head, and you know your head's on the concrete face down, and you scrape your forehead from one side to the other, and you perforate your eardrum and you start bleeding from your ears. When you get up, you're gonna start playing for keeps.
Next thing you know, I'm getting held on the ground. The security guard's getting up and he's going to kick me in the head. And I thought, well, wait a minute, can they see this? Bang, he kicked me in the head, then all bets are off.
A lot of these guys are on steroids. A lot of these people are hopped up on amphetamines. They fancy themselves as boxers, but they're not.
And it just escalated. And as it escalated, but everyone that was joining in was on their side. No one was on my side.
There's people, doormen there that were, off their heads on drugs, so kept on getting back up, falling for the same punch, It
was like domino effect. He'd go down, he'd come up, he'd go down, he'd come up, he'd go down. Two more join in, they'd go down. I was fit at the time, I was very well trained. After I came back from Olympic, I'd be fighting world-class athletes. They had no idea, but thank God they had no idea, because otherwise I wouldn't be here telling you the story now.
In very, very hard on us going to court. Me and my wife, we try around, all in court, day after day, and cost lots of money. That was hard. It was not only on one occasion, in few occasions. Yeah.
It's cost him a lot. It's cost him a lot of time and money in court. Because every time he goes into one of these for cars, it's his money, it's his time. He has all the stress. And the person who probably started the whole thing, who was drunk, or showing off or just being idiotic, always walks away from it clean. Rick takes the whole lot on himself.
There's a massive amount of charges. The charges accumulated years and years in jails and found guilty of them. Like grievous bodily harm, common assault, resisting arrest, affray. But I was scheduled to be there, I think, for maybe 10 days. And the judge got right into the case, and he never gave one indication whether he thought I was innocent or guilty. On the 11th day, he heard enough and he just looked up and he goes, and we still had possibly another witness to go or something like that. He just looked up and he goes, it is a good time to adjourn for lunch. You're acquitted on all charges. After lunch, I will break down why. Just like that. And my barrister dropped his book. My solicitor turned around and I'm going, did he just say I was acquitted on everything? And my barrister said, that's it, you're off. You're acquitted on everything.
Lithgow Olympic boxer Rick Temperi has been cleared of charges that he assaulted 6 men outside a Sydney night spot. The Sydney court accepted Temperi's plea that he acted in self-defence. In fact, the magistrate Mr McDougall described the police investigation that led to the charges as scandalous and called for the papers to be referred to the Ombudsman. The magistrate described Temperi as a man of untainted character.
I went out and had a few drinks to celebrate with my barrister, and on the way home, the taxi driver was taking us home. It was probably early the next morning, a few drinks carried on to breakfast. And taxi driver, I got home and I go, okay, and he goes, no, this one's not me. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, you're on page 5 of the Telegraph, good on you, son, you got off, And I go, geez, I said, no, I don't want to be famous for getting off charges, I want to be famous for my sport that I do.
A second string of charges threatened to derail yet another of Temperi's Olympic campaigns.
I can see clearly now that this is not a place for playing solitaire.
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable. What happened that night. I hit the guy, and then Rick was charged. So we just couldn't work it out.
Tyrone's the one who's saying I threw the punch. Nobody wanted to hear it.
I stepped off the step, took my feet. I remember just blocking something and just hitting him sweet on the chin as he come in, and it made this thunderous clap, mate.
Bourbon beefsteak, I never even saw the fight. Everyone's worked out who hit the guy. It wasn't me.
He's always not wanted a conviction because for him, that would diminish himself in terms of community standing and his own idea of who he is. To get a criminal conviction would be quite crushing for him. So it's always been important not to get that conviction.
Something like 19 doormen, and there was only 7 doormen scheduled to work that night. So it's just, they were coming from across the street, mate. But it was just it was a fabrication. It was just they were trying to get him. I think they were trying to get him back for his previous court case where he got acquitted and got awarded costs. So It mustn't have went down too well, you know. So it's a bit of a boys' club, I suppose, and you know, they're trying to seek some revenge, I suppose.
Once again, Rick Temperi was acquitted of all charges and went on to represent Australia at the Atlanta Olympics.
32 zip, eh? I think it's a very big sliding scale, but I wouldn't like to go for 33. I think you'd be pushing your luck.
Something inside the cards I know is right. Don't wanna live somebody else's life. This is what I wanna be, and this is what I give to you because I get it free. She smiles while I do my time. I could die for you.
Yeah, he said to me when we went in for the last day, because, you know, I suppose we spoke about, you know, if it wasn't going to be a favourable outcome, what the result was going to be. And at no point did we consider going to jail. So he said to me when we went in, he goes, you know, if the verdict comes out and it doesn't look good, lock the doors, because they're not allowed to have guns in the court case. And he reckons if we stood back to back, we'd have a good go.